In the heart of eastern Uganda, surrounded by green hills and wide fields of cassava, millet, and bananas, lay a village called Namusala. The village was small but full of life. Chickens clucked through family compounds, women's laughter echoed from the stream where they fetched water, and children's bare feet pattered along dusty paths leading to school under the giant fig tree. The people of Namusala were known far and wide for how they worked hard. But in the middle of this hardworking village, there was one person who refused to join in, Waswa. Waswa was the son of a once proud fisherman, had long abandoned the paddle and net. His father had grown old and bent, his hands tired from decades of casting and hollowing, but Waswa preferred the side of the big mango tree near the market. There with a woven reed mat for comfort and a half-eaten roasted maize cob nearby. He would lie, arms behind his head, watching the clouds drift lazily across the sky. "The sun is too hot today," he would mumble if asked to help in the gardens. "My back is paining," he would whine if told to fetch firewood. "Why work like a donkey when people in town make money just talking to radios?" he would say, dreaming aloud about a future where he would somehow become rich without effort. The elders of Namusala grew restless. "He's a bad example to the children," grumbled Tata Mugisha, who still rose at cockcrow to weed his yam fields. "His laziness is spreading," warned Mama Annette, who noticed her teenage son had started skipping his morning chores after watching Waswa's idle ways. And so, the council of elders gathered beneath the sacred Mutuba tree, a place where wisdom flowed like cool water from a clean spring. At the head of the circle sat Jajamutes, a woman whose silver hair and lined face told a story of many seasons past. She tapped her staff thrice on the earth and declared, "A lazy man eats the sweat of others, but the day will come when sweat runs dry, and his belly will rumble like thunder in a dry sky." The villagers murmured in agreement. Then Jajamutes stood and looked toward the village square, where Waswa was proud in the shade. Let him learn the way of the ant, the task. The next morning, the council summoned Waswa. He arrived with dragging feet, yawning before he even greeted them. The villagers gathered around, whispering and nudging one another. "What will the elders do?" Waswa said, Jajamutes in a voice both stern and kind. "We have a task for you. If you complete it, we will reward you. If you do not, you must leave the mango tree and join in the work of the village." Waswa's ears perked up. "A reward?" he said, eyes shining. "What kind? A goat, fat and strong, one you can sell or keep?" He grinned. "What's the task?" Jajamutes handed him a ground of millet seeds. "Take these and grow them. In 3 months' time, return with your harvest." 3 months? Waswa frowned. "That's too long." "The land waits for no man," she said. "You must clear the field, plant, weed, and water. We will judge your work at the harvest." For the first few days, he cleared a small patch near the forest's edge, but the sun was hot. His arms ached, and the ants bit his legs, so he dug a few holes, tossed in the seeds, and covered them half-heartedly. He never returned to weed or water. Instead, he went back to his mat under the mango tree. "I'm sure the rains will come," he told himself, "and millet grows itself. Nature will take care of it." The villagers watched silently. Meanwhile, others were working. Nalongo Sarah, a widow with 6 children, tilled her garden with a baby tied to her back. Young Akelo, only 12, dug alongside her grandmother every morning before school. Their gardens thrived under their care, green, lush, and promising. 3 months passed, the sun began its descent earlier, and the dry winds heated at harvest time. One by one, villagers brought their millet to the village square. Baskets overflowed with golden heads of grain. Children helped pile the harvest, singing songs of thanksgiving. Waswa arrived late, carrying a nearly empty bag. His patch was bare, the stalks withered, choked by weeds and neglect. The elders stood, stone-faced. Jajamutesi spoke slowly. "You were given seed like the others. What did you do with it?" Waswa shrugged. I planted it. The rains failed. But Nalongo's millet grew, Akelo's millet grew, even Tol Tatamugisha's millet grew. Only yours didn't? Maybe my patch was cursed, he muttered. No, said Jaja, it is your hands that were cursed with laziness. The crowd murmured in agreement. She turned to the children and spoke loud enough for all to hear. Let this be the lesson to every young person in Namsala. Laziness is like a thief who eats your future before you even reach it. You were made to work, to build, to grow. A less man may rest today, but tomorrow he will beg for crumbs. Waswa bowed his head, shame burning his cheeks. Then, from the crowd stepped Nalongo Sarah. She held a small bowl of millet from her harvest. I will share with him, she said. Let him taste the grain of sweat, and maybe it will awaken his strength. That evening, Waswa sat quietly by the fire, eating from the bowl. He looked at the worn hands of Nalongo, her cracked feet, the strength in her tired eyes, and for the first time, something said in his chest, not hunger, but humility. The next morning, long before the sun rose, a figure was seen walking down the path to the stream. It was Waswa, carrying a hoe on his shoulder. From that day on, he was never seen beneath the mango tree again. The moral lesson from this story is, he who does not work must not expect to eat. Laziness leads to hunger, but diligence brings humor.